guys, Heeking here, bringing you a preview / discussion regarding Resident Evil 7's DLC, Not a Hero. Now, it looks like we'll be getting the release of this DLC sometime next month, maybe. No pun intended. I mean, it was revealed or hinted at that it was going to be released in May, but certain information was released, I believe today, that hints at the possibility that we're going to be getting a lot more sooner than expected, which is to do with an update, I believe, which has revealed the structure of the DLC. But I'm not really here to talk about that. I'm here to talk more about regarding a certain character. Now, obviously, before I played Resident Evil 7, I had the ending spoiled to me because, the game got leaked a week in advance, all of the internet, so we already knew how the game ended and who the character or the returning character of the game would be. And yeah, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game already, or you already do know, then yeah, you already know that at the end of Resident Evil 7, Chris Redfield ends up coming in to save the day. However, there's been a lot of speculation, which I also agree with, because it's something I've theorized as well, and I've theorized along with a lot of other people that this cannot be Chris Redfield, that this is in fact an imposter. However, apparently the info or DLC information, data leak or whatever that we've gotten today has revealed that no, in fact, you are playing as Chris Redfield. Now, that's not 100% confirmed, but let's recap a bit and discuss the possibility of who this character could likely be. Now, one, the likelihood is that this is actually HUNK. The character comes down from an Umbrella Corps helicopter wearing umbrella gear and a gas mask of all things, and introduces himself as Redfield. If you all know Chris's character, he usually introduces himself as Chris Redfield. There's, the Chris is always there, it's never as Redfield, so it's a bit strange for this character to come down who looks nothing like him. And then of course you've got Resident Evil Vendetta coming out, which is meant to be taking place, I believe, between the events of 6 and 7, and yet his character looks nothing like the character in that. I mean, this is going to be, the second, third time his character model was changed in the space of a few years. It wouldn't really make sense for this to be Chris. So who could it be besides HUNK, perhaps? And the reason it could very well be HUNK is, again, if you've played Umbrella Corps, you know that the character you play as throughout the game is very likely hinted at being HUNK, aka Human Unit Never Killed, aka Mr. Death himself, aka Grim Reaper. So the likelihood is it is HUNK. And if you've played Resident Evil 3 and gotten all the epilogues, one of the epilogues is HUNK, and the character in the epilogue picture looks slightly like the character here, with the blonde hair and the beard and all that. Plus, anyone who's played Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles and has played the HUNK mission in that game, at the end of the game, you kind of see his reflection for a bit, reflected from the G-Virus sample that he's gotten. And he does have, I believe, the blonde hair, and that it looks not 100%, but slightly like the character we see at the end of this game. Now, the likelihood is it could be HUNK, and plus the DLC we are getting is called Not a Hero. If it's Chris, why would it be called Not a Hero? So that's just one, incident in where it could be HUNK. It might not be, but let's go number 2 now. Who could it be then? Number 2. The character does introduce himself as Redfield. Now, this is just a theory on my part, and it's a fan-made theory that I don't know if anyone else has ever suggested it, but what if it's Chris's brother? Now, the character does introduce himself as Redfield. Why Redfield? Why not someone else? Why not? So what if it's Chris's brother? What if it's in this game it's revealed that it's Chris's brother, that he had a brother? The thing, I know what you're thinking, Chris doesn't have a brother. You're right, he doesn't, or maybe he did, but it's just never been revealed until now. If anyone remembers Resident Evil 5's marketing, one of the marketing videos that was released, the promo vids, I think, the ones that had like live action in it. The first one that was released was with Chris at a conference, And he does mention that, you know, he grew up with siblings. He doesn't say family, he doesn't say sibling, he doesn't say sister, he says siblings, which was, at the time when I watched that, it got me very curious and confused why have that in there. And I mean, the marketing videos I don't think are canon, but still, why would you have that in there? Why have the, you know, Chris's character say that he grew up with other, you know, siblings and that, unless, you know, it was a hint that maybe he had other, you know, relatives, like, you know, maybe another sister, maybe another brother perhaps, and the likelihood could be that this character could be someone who's related to Chris Redfield, or maybe it is Hank, and it's going to be revealed that Hank is Chris's long lost secret dead brother or something. Because the thing you need to keep in mind is we don't have 100% backstory on all of our heroes and characters. I mean, look at Wesker. We never knew that he had a girlfriend or a mistress and a son and that. I mean, that's stuff that can be easily inserted into a character's backstory because we don't know the character's backstory. There's a lot of information regarding certain characters' past we are actually not aware of, and it's very easy to throw these kind of plot lines or characters or situations into them without it feeling like it's messing it up, because in reality it really doesn't. It's something simple they can do. So this character could be someone who's related to Chris, maybe it's not, or maybe it is Hank and he's just, you know, using the Redfield name as an imposter, which could be a likelihood. Number 3, it is Chris Redfield, and this could do with the fact that the RE engine that Capcom is using, you know, they like to, with this engine they've decided to use real actors and capture the real facial, you know, facial structures, real faces basically. So they're using real actors to stand in as these characters. So the model they've gotten to stand in for this character is meant to be Chris Redfield. The actor who's playing him is meant to be playing Chris Redfield, and that's how he would look like if Capcom were going to go for this kind of realistic presentation of his character. I mean, and I believe, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, or if it's only been rumored, but I heard that they're using the RE engine for the Resident Evil 2 remake as well, which could, you know, be a strong possibility that we might be getting different model looks for all the characters in there, including Leon, Claire, Ada and Sherry as well, which means that, you know, we might end up getting real actors to stand in for those characters, and we're going to get like realistic versions of them like that we've never seen before. So that could be a case. The other hint that it could be Chris is the fact that the Umbrella Corps logo, right, is blue and not red. If you've played the Umbrella Corps game, the logo is red, but this logo is blue. Why is it blue? Are there maybe perhaps different divisions that deal with different things? And for us, this is meant to be the good division of the Umbrella Corps who come in. You have to keep in mind, right? The Umbrella Corps in this game and for us in this universe are not the Umbrella Corporation 100%. These are not the villains of the past Resident Evil games. This is a mercenary unit. Remember, the key word here is mercenary. These guys are hired by corporations and other people to do their work for them. There's a, you know, high chance maybe that the BSA have hired the, you know, the Umbrella Corps to work for them, or maybe, you know, because again it is a merc unit, these guys get paid to do something. It could be a case that they've been, you know, being hired by Chris and he's leading the unit for this specific mission perhaps. Also, if you do play the game and you find a file, it's revealed that the a Hive capture force were one of the corporations that created Eve, and they were trying to, I believe, get her back from the other corporation who may or may not be Tetsu. I believe there is Tetsu, it might not be, I'm not 200% sure. But if that is the case, does this mean that the Umbrella Corps are the Hive capture force? And for us, the Hive capture force, which was led by Wesker, has now evolved into the Umbrella Corps? I don't know. And again, it's just theories here, but really, until we get more information, we don't really know what's going on at the moment. But yeah, this is just my theory here. Obviously, I was going to wait till I do my review for 7, if I ever go around to it. You know, I'm still playing it. I've just started Madhouse mode, and I'm playing through that. I'm trying to get all the trophies, and then I was going to do my review for it. But until then, since we're getting all this information now, I just thought I'd give my hints and thoughts before, you know, the actual DLC is released. Just, you know, so I can see if it's true or not. But yeah, those are just my theories there. It could either be Hank, it could be a relative Chris, it could be an imposter, it could very well be Chris Redfield himself. we don't know what's going on until we get this DLC. We do know that this DLC, and it has been 100% confirmed, that it's going to deal with you going in, rescuing your comrades, having to collect evidence, destroy evidence, and capturing Lucas. And you will be fighting a unique boss and different mobs, apparently, from what's been revealed from the data. I think I'll go into that in another video, but for now, yeah guys, tell me your thoughts down below, tell me what you think, let me know, blah blah blah, whatever. As always, like and subscribe, and I shall see you when I shall see you. Take care and bye.